guys, and welcome back to Dragon Quest V in general. For my new challenge run here, it should be spoiling the title, but well, we're doing the hero and Baumrem, or the SaberCat, alone. Just those two together. This is a little run that I wanted to do for a long time, and I did partial ones in my past, but unfortunately I never got a chance to actually doing it officially. So, I'm going to do it a full run. Now, when we don't have Baumrem in our party, we are going to be doing some solo parts here. So the hero will be, luckily, is pretty well equipped for solo runs anyway. I haven't done a solo run yet, but he is pretty self-sufficient. So that's what we're going to be doing. And we're starting off in Generation 1 for this, because, well, they have the hero here. And we may as well show off every little bit here. Now, so here's what I've been doing so far. I've not been letting Bianca level up. She's been just fainting every battle, because she gets auto-revived at the end. Only we are not allowed to be, to faint, essentially, otherwise the night ends and we have to wait for the next night. So, that's what we've been doing, is I've been leveling and having to kill her off every time, and we're going to be going into battle with her each time. Now, all she has is items, key items to be using, because, well, otherwise, to make her easier to get killed, essentially. So, as you can see, these are her base stats, we're leaving her at that. And here's where we're at with our hero here. He's okay. He could be better, but I think it's workable for what we have. So, the first thing we're going to fight is a kind of a mini-boss here. They can be kind of tough because they can be pretty unpredictable. We're going to fight the statue. Only since I ever just first discovered it am I actually ever including these. Now, I include this in the All Wives run before, but anyway, a living statue appears. But it's still in the crows. A living statue shows its true colors. Yep. Yeah, because they don't have a real battle sprite for it. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and have you flick a torch, and you're going to attack. Not much damage. Oh, and I also forgot to put the party speed up, battle speed up. I'll do that for the future fights, but I haven't really noticed much because I usually fast forward. So anyway, show a torch. Why don't you get to the copper sword so you can critical hit? Yeah. Right now, not much here. This guy is not a huge boss fight, but he can be dangerous, especially when you're alone. Also, ooh. Please kill Bianca. Thank you. See that crit? That's pretty dangerous. That's the only thing we have to worry about. But luckily, it's not going to be a huge challenge. We just got to make sure we're about 33 health. And there you go. Because we crit, that made it pretty easy. But, you know, if you actually crit, it could be dangerous. And I did die a couple times in my test runs with some unlucky crits. So, but anyway, we leveled up, and we get a Seed of Resilience as our prize. That's the best part about fighting this guy, really. Anyway, next up is the, what is it, the Housekeeper or something? I'll see you there. So I forgot about this little part here where, well, it's not really a boss time, but it is a oh shit fight time, where force fight. So I may as well show it off. They're very similar to the pawns, where we have to fight some wax murderers. I could have sworn there was 4, not 3, but whatever. Anyway, we're just, oh, nope, you don't get to attack. We're gonna have to equip the boomerang, and we're gonna attack. Alright. Thank you. Now, these guys can be dangerous if they actually all cast Frizz in the beginning, but otherwise, they're very simple. I figured I'd throw them in. Alright, we're ready to fight the Housekeeper, and they're just running into us for no reason. Something I forgot to do is show off our equipment setup. I know you saw probably some of it briefly, but I figured I'd just double check with you. So yeah, I got the best equipment that I could buy for them. Copper sword, leather armor, hardwood headwear, and scale shield. Boomerang for the multi-fighting types of moments. And medicinal herbs are just the ones we found. We didn't buy any yet. We will be buying some eventually, though, just so we can actually heal a little bit more, because our MP is kind of atrocious at the moment. But otherwise, yep, we're ready to take them on. Here's our stats once again. At 5 health is not the worst here. So, I'm going to go ahead and just do a little bit of off-screen preparation, and then we can get this fight started. Okay, so I had to do a little bit of level grinding, a little bit more to fight this, because by yourself is really tough without the extra HP buffer with Bianca. So I leveled up to level 9. I did some test runs after what I was showing you, preparations and all that. So just to give you an idea, here's our stats now, and here's what we have. We needed to get buffed. That's very, very important, and there's a bit of a system on how to work this. We got to heal it at 22 health. No, sorry. If we're in our 20s for health, we need to heal, and if we get defense down, we need to buff twice. A minimum of buffing once, though. But in any case, yeah, it's pretty bad because buff does not give as much defense as sap lowers down. A little bit unfortunate here. And well, the housekeeper here can actually use sap, and there's not many enemies that do that to you, at least besides maybe Bjorn. So, or bosses, I mean. So yeah. Anyway, now that I got that out of the way, I still can lose, by the way. If I'm not careful, then well, I'll die. But anyway, boss time against Haunted Housekeeper. So I put Bianca on watch my back so that way she doesn't affect anything, and even if she's defending, it's not going to stop her from dying. So anyway, for that, we're going to start off with just a buff. One buff, and then we just attack. Okay, good. Bianca's basically one free hit, and that's all we get. Alright, we're okay. Keep attacking. Alright, we're not at 20 health yet. We can attack. Now we are. We're going to use medical herbs for this. We want to save our MP. Ooh, good crit. Okay. That's why you want to use this weapon, the copper sword, a little bit over the boomerang. I'm glad I saved for it. Alright, we're above 20 health. We can attack again. Okay, we're going to heal. We're not always going to be faster. That's why you want to heal, pre-heal. We're in our 30s. We should be able to attack. Okay, we got to heal. That's not great. Let's attack. And there you go. But yeah, as you can see, it could be a little dicey. You need to know when to heal. You need to know your HP thresholds. And mine, I determined it to be in the 20s for health. I was also lucky that they didn't sap this time, because so many of my battles, they ended up sapping like mad. Like, oh shit, that was so much. But we managed to do it. We got through the Haunted Housekeeper. Next, I think, is the Ice Queen. So I'll see you there, and that's when we'll actually be able to do this with our cat buddy, even though he's not going to be that reliable. See you there. Alright, well, now we're here over at Dwight / the Queen, the Ice Queen, to fight now. I did a lot of leveling up, mostly just to lower Honey here, because Honey is not really welcome in our party, even though she's a part of it now. We don't want her to be helping us too much, so I lowered her MP and her HP to 1 as best as I could by doing natural fights, which did eventually just give us some natural levels and all that. But I think that's okay, it wasn't too many. Anyway, our hero is at level 11. You can see his stats here. He learned mid-heal, but he's really not going to need it for this fight much. And Baumren here got some pretty good strength at this point. We really want him to attack more, but the thing is, he's unreliable because he's not at 20 wisdom yet. So we just kind of have to hope he attacks with us, because sometimes we really need that extra attack. For now, though, that's our stuff here. And then here's Honey, who, again, we kind of hope doesn't attack. But she will be contributing a little bit, unfortunately, because there's not much else I could do. I can't start her off in battle with 0 health. It gets glitchy if I mess with stuff like that. So, for now, I'm just going to leave her at this. This is the best I could do. As for item setup, well, I will be using the copper sword for the majority of this fight. Actually, all of these 2 fights. Got the best armor I could get for Boy and Cat here, and a bunch of medical herbs because MP is at a premium. And Baumren has the best that they can get. I passed down the hardwood headwear from Boy and Cat to Baumren, and bought a leather kilt and some stone fangs so they could actually contribute here. Otherwise, I gave them a couple medical herbs, not that I expect them ever to use any, but you know what, maybe I'll be surprised. Also, the Chimera Wing can go away. But anyway, with that all said, why don't we go ahead and get Dwight first? Not that I'm very worried about him. But once again, Honey's very likely to be contributing to this fight, so we're just going to have to deal with that. It's not often that she gets attacked, unfortunately. I can't move her. Also, I leave Baumren on fight wisely because, well, there's no point in trying to direct him at the moment. So we're just going to attack. Just not worried. Like I said, Honey's helping. Oh, come on! I don't like that they stole the MP from me. Oh, good. That's annoying, and it makes me want to reset, but we're not going to. Luckily, we get the File of Magic Water, which Baumren, of course, gets instead of the hero, so that's unfortunate on my end. But anyway, time for the Winter Queen. I think I call her Ice Queen, but close enough. Even if I want to be superhero, blah, blah, blah. And now, fight time. Alright, for the Winter Queen. So, first things first, we're going to buff Baumren. Baumren doesn't have much defense. Oh, good. Honey's going down right away. Okay. We're going to also defend ourselves a little bit. Right now, they're really making my buff feel useless. Good. Good muster strength then. Alright, we're below 30. Let's medical herb. We're going to buff again. Oh, her healing at this point doesn't really matter. We're not really contributing much damage. Alright, now let's heal up a little bit. Give him some health too. And we can start attacking. Ooh! Okay, I wasn't expecting the crit, but neat. That'll keep us ahead of any of her heals for a bit. That deep breath can be dangerous though. I think it's 20 damage if she actually attacks with it. Alright. But otherwise, it's just this. We're not much else we're going to be doing. That's where the buffing comes on handy. Alright, we're going to go ahead and heal Baumren. Now ourselves. Medical herbs are very needed because of our limited MP, and also because Baumren's probably not going to ever use items if I make him or ask him to. Okay, you healed. That certainly was a thing. Come on, we can do this. Really, it's just trying to get past her annoying heal. At this point, though, we're just straight up just attacking over and over. But yeah, when Baumren defends, this is what can extend the battle. Oh, she attacked while powering up. It's only 10. Okay. And there we go. Yeah, honestly, it's really more worrisome about losing resources. If she decided to just Ice Breath the whole time, we would run out of things before, and then heal herself. We'd run out of things before we could actually defeat her. I think that's all the actual boss fights in Gen 1, if I remember right. Other than, well, winnable ones anyway. So, well, I'll see you with whatever's next available. Which does mean the hero's going to be soloing some things, so... But in any case, see you next time. After we level up, of course. Who's leveling up? Me! Hooray! Or the hero. And we get a Baumren too. Why not? Good for Baumren. And Chimera Wing. Cool. Anyway, now I'll see you at the next boss fight. Hello guys, and now we're here at Faux Dowager. I managed to do this without getting the wagon, which I think I'm going to be stopped on before I can leave this continent, but I wanted to try to do things without getting as little as possible. Now, I am level 15 at this time, and I can get through this, but it is still a bit of a challenge by himself. I could just overlevel and get through this by just learning full heal or something, or what have you, really. Well, I don't want to do that. I want to try to do this at the lowest level so I can kind of match Baumrem for this. So, that's what we're going to do, and unfortunately to do that, if I don't want to level up a lot, well, I need to use the Metal King Sword. I will let you know I did try without using it, just to see if I could do it, but I'm just not doing enough damage, even with the Paxa-Punch. The best weapon we got at this point is the Iron Sword, which I was trying to use, and, well, yeah, it's just not enough. So, to do this at lower levels, we're going to be using the Metal King Sword. I'll be switching his weapon around, though, because, well, Metal King Sword's kind of boring, in my opinion. So, but trying to not use it where possible. But for the most part, level is going to be my main restriction more than equipment. So yeah, I did spend some time in the casino, and yeah, this is possible. It's still very chancy though to actually win. I wanted to let you know that though. But in any case, yeah, here's our stats at this level. I haven't used any stat seeds. Maybe that would have made a slight difference, but not a big one. Just want to point that out. And equipment, you already saw a little bit of it already, but yeah. We have a Pax-a-Punch, one of the Elfin Elixirs which we got before we left Generation 1. It was in the Kidnapper Cave. I have an Edge Boomerang in case I need to attack multiple enemies, which, yep, she summons, so it may be needed. And then we also now got Iron Armor, Iron Shield, and Iron Helmet. We've upgraded to Iron now. And a Metal King Sword. The medicinal herbs are in case I really need to heal and I run out of MP, or in the very worst case scenario, I get fizzled, because that does fucking happen whenever she summons those damn trick bags, and they're dodgy as fucking heck. So, with that said, why don't we go ahead and get this started by showing her her reflection. It's the wretched mirror. It's been a while since we fought her, but in any case, it's Faux Dowager time. First thing we're going to do, we're going to buff. It's still not going to be enough, but it's going to help. We need to do it 3 times, and that's not good. She's sometimes faster than us, too, so we got to be careful. Alright, one last buff. We need to heal. Alright, a deep breath. We're going to now Pax-a-Punch ourselves, which I got from the TNT board. Ow, stop it. Yeah, if she fire breath there, I would have been dead. I'm gonna use the Edge Boomerang. Fuck you. Okay, thank you. Okay, good. Alright, at this point, those guys we can leave up. We're okay. Nope. I don't care about being poisoned, because poison doesn't do damage in battles, but those guys can only do 1 damage. But the bags are the worst. I stopped because I was... We're just gonna fizzle me there. And it missed. Great. Well, it missed her now. Alright, we're at 50 health. We gotta heal. I'm just gonna do this first. So you can ignore the Legionnaires. Ow. I'm actually gonna attack. Now I'm gonna heal. If she fire breaths, though, I'm basically screwed. And there it goes. So yeah, this is what I mean by this. It's been a while since I failed, but you know what? I'm okay with showing it. But this is one of those fights that I can win with the right luck, but I get screwed sometimes. I'm gonna go ahead and reset back to where we were last time, and I will meet you back at the beginning of the fight. See you there. Alright, it's time for round 2. Let's try this again. I'm still going to buff it in the beginning because it's just too helpful to not have it in the beginning. Deep breath. Oh boy. Buff again. Okay, if she's faster than me, I'm dead. Alright, we're okay. I just want him dead. I haven't oomphed yet, so I'd rather not bother yet. Let's now go ahead. Okay, we can leave you alone. Alright, we're at 70, we're okay. Deep breath, we want to heal. I'm going to use a medicinal herb instead, though. Okay. Deep breaths, she could do like 50-ish or something, and so I just want to be sure I could survive a turn, basically. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and heal again. Okay, that's fine, too. Those guys are okay for you to be summoning. Okay, we got it. See, that's the hard part, is just getting the right luck here. But at this point, we're fine. So, let's go ahead and just attack. And there you go. Okay. So yeah, this whole thing is just about luck. If you get screwed, well, you're, well, screwed. Anyway, at this point forward, we're going to have Baumren going forward. So yeah, I will see you with our full party for the rest of the game in just a bit. Yeah. Okay, we're here now at the Magmen, and it's still a bit risky, but we can do it. I'm did a test run where I didn't have to use any of my Yig leaves, but it really still can vary on what happens here. But in any case, we got Baumren now, our tiger, and he does well. I had to level up a lot. I need to get full heal in order to get through this. Otherwise we get overwhelmed, because unfortunately we don't have very good fire resistance yet. And yeah, we're not going to get that for, I think, until after this moment anyway. So, but here's our stats in the moment. You can see, as I said, I got full heal. And then for Baumren here, he's got Steel Fence, Iron Cuirass, Iron Helmet, and Bianca's Ribbon, because of course Bianca's Ribbon needs to be on him. And he's got some decent stats too at this point. He's matching our strength despite being a level lower. He's probably going to be our main attacker in most of these fights, because Boy and Cat's got our healing, but still, they both can attack. And they both got the same defense, I just noticed too. I did not realize that. But he's also faster, which means we want him to go ahead and just take over on that part. Item setup wise, besides the gear here, I have Pancras's sword as Boy and Cat's main thing. Again, Metal King swords only if I can't get past without it. But otherwise, we're going to pretend it doesn't exist and just use the best available weapon, which would be Pancras's sword. We have Iron Armor, Iron Mask, and Magic Shield. I was debating on using the Edge Boomerang, but we're not strong enough to really make it worthwhile in this fight, because we're on a time crunch on that. And we got an Elfin Elixir and Magic Water, because we actually might need that. 1 Pax a Punch, 1 Yig Leaf each. Baumren here. The Zenithian Sword was just something I had for random sake. Don't worry about that. Zizwiz, I was debating on that too, but it's honestly not worth doing. And then we got a Magic Water. We got a little bit of... I had medical... These are things I was trying with. Magic Water just in case, though. Pax a Punch and Yig Leaf, though, just in case someone goes down. But I'm trying to do it with just 1 each. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started on this fight. I am going to cut to the chase, though. For boss time against the Magmen. So, first we're going to Pax a Baumren, and Baumren is going to focus strength. Because we want to get a good first hit. Alright, you are going to mid-heal yourself? No, you're going to heal Baumren. Wait, do you actually have an herb in your... You do not. Okay, I didn't remember if I left an herb on him or not. We're going to heal Baumren. Baumren's going to attack? Did he already attack? I already forget. Yeah, no, he didn't attack. I lost track of my turns already, and I'm only on the second turn. Well, we're probably screwed here. We're going to full heal Boy and Cat because we need him alive more. Baumren's going to try to defend and hope. Woo! Okay, we're good. You're going to heal, you're going to attack. This is why we need full heal, for those moments. Alright, you are going to... You can get away with the regular heal on Baumren, I think. Yeah. And he's going to keep attacking. Right now this is the most dangerous part. Okay. Alright. You need to full heal yourself. And we're going to have Baumren defend. Okay. Full heal Baumren. Baumren attacks. Boy and Cat should survive. We don't even bother with buff here because we need our MP. You're going to heal and you're going to just attack. Okay, we got rid of one. We're in a much more survivable state at this point. Alright, you go ahead and give is it mid-heal yet? You got to conserve your MP. That's why we're doing it this way. I'm actually gonna... No, I'm not going to focus. I'm just going to attack. Alright, at this point you could just get away with mid-heal. Actually, do you want to get away with mid-heal? 75, 130... No, you're better off with full heal. Save your turns. Debating here. Anything else you want to do? Nope, just keep attacking. Okay. We're going to mid-heal him, and he's going to keep attacking. Baumren's going to, like I said, main attacker Baumren here. You are going to now magic water yourself just to get a little bit more MP. Okay, you're fine. You can full heal. Unless they double fire breath, we're okay. Yeah, full heal. I wish they would stop it. Mid heal him. Okay, we're at the point where we should be just fine. Yeah, you just attack. I'm gonna have you. This is where I'm gonna have him focus strength because it does more damage. Yeah, right now Boying Cat's just kind of helping a little bit. Go ahead and full heal. Focus. Just get as much damage as you can get in, and we should be okay. Come on. We're faster, so you know what? Just go with it. Okay, good. Okay, I'm glad they're slow, because otherwise this would have been very scary. But we made it through, and that's all that matters. All right, and that should be it for this video. I will see you next time in the next bunch of battles. See you then.